Ladies and gentlemen, Game On Podcast, episode number 3. Welcome back. Today we have 3 segments for you guys. We're going to start off with our NFL Week 2 picks, followed by a quiz, followed by our top 10 power rankings.
Let's jump into it. Welcome back to the NFL Week 2 picks. Last week, I sort of laid it on in a little bit, getting 11 out of the 16 games right, and only getting 8 out of the 16
I want to start by saying
games right.
I'll never get half of the games wrong, ever
That's
again.
just abysmal.
That'll be the only time this year
Sort
that
of put him in
happens.
his place, and we're going to be keeping track of all the scores throughout the year, and at the end of the year, the winner wins, and the loser has to do a forfeit. Still undecided?
We'll figure it out soon.
But Ant's heading in that direction, so make sure you leave a comment
We
down
have
below on
six-
what
hold on.
Ant's going to have to do at the end of the year.
We have 16 weeks left to go.
Yeah, but I'm feeling
17.
good.
Don't
I'm feeling
talk
good.
about what I have to do at the end of the year.
11 out of 16 games right.
You could blow that this week, bro.
That's
Like
a high.
that. 3
That's a
games
high
is
clip.
nothing.
That's a high clip. Starting off this week, tomorrow night we have the Vikings versus the Eagles. Ant, walk me through your pick here.
It's a high-quality Thursday night game. I'm excited it's not a trash game. Let me start off by saying that. I don't think the Vikings can start the year 0-2. I just don't see it. I smell an upset on Thursday night.
Wow.
Kirk is going to come out. He's not going to turn the ball over like he did last week against the Bucs. I think Jalen Hurts and the Eagles looked very lackluster in week 1. So with that being said, I smell a little bit of an upset.
Here's my opportunity to pick up a game early in this week already.
Taking a risk.
I'm taking the Eagles here. I think they looked a little lackluster too, but I think they turn it around week 2. They get that offense firing. They get everybody involved, and that defense is going to kill the Vikings.
That is also a smart pick because it's in Philly on a short week. Minnesota has to travel.
This is going to be an ugly game.
I just have a weird feeling.
We are now headed to Bears versus Buccaneers. Ant's favorite team, the Bears. You going with them?
I can't pick him this week. Baker has a shoulder injury, apparently, a little lingering shoulder injury. I don't think that's going to be enough to stop him against the Bears, given how they looked last week. I think the safe and easy pick here is definitely the Bucs.
I'm going to have to agree. I'm going Bucs all the way. Baker, we're riding with you all year. He's had
That's
he's
facts.
had the labrum surgery before, and
Yep.
it's going to nag forever. But this defense is going to be way too much for the Bears' run game, which is the only game they have, if you want to call it that. Justin Fields is going to have to sling the rock, and he's just not going to be able to.
We're riding with Baker all year long, huh?
All year
That's
long.
our guy.
All year long.
Ravens versus Bengals. This one can get very interesting given how the Bengals played last week.
Yeah, this could get real ugly real quick for the Bengals this year if they start the year 0-2. Nothing new for Joe Burrow as they don't start the years off too hot all the time.
True. It's a tough one, huh?
I'm riding with Joey B. I'm going with the Bengals here. I need the offense to click. It has to. It has to click, and I didn't see enough from the Ravens to warrant me picking them, essentially.
That right there, what you just said, is huge. I'm also going to be picking the Bengals. The Ravens last week did not look impressive. It was against a very bad team. This game's also in Cincinnati, and I don't think the Bengals start 0-2.
I don't see it happening this year. I think Joey B gets it done. A battle of 2 teams Ant was hating on in week 1. Yet again.
That's true.
We
What
have
the hell?
Anthony's very own Green Bay Packers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Ant,
So,
the battle of 2 evils for you.
listen, I saw a crazy stat this morning. Desmond Ridder is 24-0 at home in college and the NFL. He's at home this week. The question is, will he move to 25-0 against Jordan Love and the Packers? No.
Wow.
To the surprise of many, I'm picking the Packers this week. I know that sounds crazy.
Ant's going with the team he's hated on.
The Falcons last week, I think that was such a fluke victory. They were gifted a lot of free points, in my opinion. I'm not impressed with either of these teams. I think this game is last week's version of Cardinals versus Commanders. Shit bowl. But
Wow.
the Packers are going to win this shit bowl.
I really want to go Falcons here for the opportunity to pick up a game.
Do it then.
Last week
Do it
I
then.
skipped out on taking the Packers, which I told everybody I was high on, and I still somehow managed to pick the Bears, and it fucked me up.
You made a mistake there.
Yeah. I had every reason to pick the Packers last week. That's why this week I'm going to pick the Falcons. Yes. We're riding
I like that.
with the
like
Falcons this week. I need
Really?
Bijan to get it done. Tyler Algier looked great too. Desmond Ridder,
It's so bad.
is bad, but
Terrible.
we're gonna keep that streak alive at home.
We got Colts versus Texans. Again, another game I'm not very interested in. Talk
This
to me.
is the real shit bowl of the week. But my boy A. Rich is on the right side of the ball this week. The Colts take it over the Texans. C.J. Stroud looked horrible.
Yeah, he did.
He just looks like he's not really ready to be an NFL QB in a way like it.
Which is kind of predictable. We kind of knew it was going to be that way.
And the Texans just suck, dude.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do.
even care. They're at home. I think Anthony Richardson might take a step up in the run game this week and just keep dumping the ball off and let your playmakers like Michael Pittman make plays.
So, a minute ago we said it was a shit bowl, but now knowing that it's two rookie quarterbacks against each other,
It could be fun.
it intrigues me a little bit more. With that being said, the safe pick is the Colts, and I am not in a position where I could be taking risky picks right now.
No, you're not.
Anthony Richardson's first game on the road, that'll be an interesting storyline, but I'm going to pick the Colts.
Yep, absolutely. Big game with some big implications.
Good game right here.
Chiefs at Jaguars. And what do you got?
A little playoff matchup from last year. The Chiefs can't start 0-2, can they? A minute ago, I said I'm not doing anything risky. I'm taking the Jags this
I was
week.
going to take the Jags.
Oh, really?
You didn't. I was.
If you're going to take the Jags, I'm going to switch my pick.
That's not how this works. You took the Jags. He's riding with them. Now we're still questionable on what Travis Kelce is going to be doing.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I think the knee problem is something that's going to linger. So even if he does push it in plays,
If he doesn't play, though, there's no reason for the Jags to lose that game.
No,
How the
I
Chiefs
agree.
looked on offense last
Jags
week.
did sort of stall out in the second half of the game, though,
That's true.
which is concerning. But the Chiefs have no offense right now.
So who are you picking?
Dude, this is hard, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs
Wow.
for the upside.
Let's go.
And the possibility to pick up yet another game on it. A game that people probably thought was going to be exciting looking at schedules before week 1. Chargers at Titans. I'm taking Chargers here, no doubt about it. Ant, what do you think?
Like you said, at the beginning of week 1, I would have said this is an intriguing game. Given how Tannehill played last week, I think this defense is going to absolutely smother him. And I do not think the offense is going to be able to keep up with the Chargers offense.
Talk
Easy
to me
pick
here. Talk to me here. Do you think Tannehill over under 1.5 picks?
Bro. That's tough. I think they're going to get the ball to Henry a lot more this week. I don't think they gave him enough carries. That's going to be a huge part of their game plan. Now that I'm thinking about it, I will not be surprised if this is a close game. Because I don't think the Chargers can stop Derrick Henry, and I think they're going to give him the ball a lot more.
The Titans can't stop the Chargers. And that's just going to be the tail of the tape.
Chargers. We're picking Chargers.
Yep.
Raiders at Bills. A little bit of a shocker here. Raiders 1-0. Bills 0-1. What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't pick the Bills last week, assuming Aaron Rodgers was going to be under center for the Jets. Jets still get it done, thank God. Bills are just a way better regular season team than I'm giving them credit for. I think they defend home field here and beat the Raiders. But I like the Raiders this year. They're not bad.
You like the Raiders this year?
Not in a playoff implication, but
No, I know that, but
they look decent.
I'm picking the Bills this week. There's a lot of drama going on with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen turning the football
He's an
over.
asshole.
Apparently. Allegedly. I'm still going to pick the Bills. Josh Allen's not going to turn the ball over 4 times this week. And even if he does, I don't think that Raiders offense is going to have any answers for the Buffalo defense.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive by Josh Allen. 4's a lot.
Seahawks versus Lions, a little bit of a revenge game perhaps from last year.
Seahawks ruined our year last year. They took the last playoff spot. They were frauds last year. They're frauds this year.
Yes.
Lions start 2-0. Seahawks start 0-2. This is great. The Lions have a good schedule in the first 5 games of the year.
Yeah.
I think there's a possibility we could start 5-0.
Whoa.
I'm not even playing with you.
5-0 is wild.
The Lions are only going to get better and better. Jahmyr Gibbs will only get more and more involved, and that is exactly what they need in this offense is the explosion that he can bring. Sam Laporta looked great in week 1. I expect him to be another 7 to 8 target guy, and he's going to bring in another 50 yards. The upside is the touchdowns. The Seahawks defense is not going to be able to stop the schemes that Ben Johnson does. It is a high-powered offense with a quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over. And without the Seahawks getting the ball extra times this game, they stand no chance versus the Lions, especially with the improved defense the Lions had.
As much as this pains me to say, Lions are going to start the year 2-0. You just had a great breakdown of that, but even if you look at it from a basic perspective, the Lions just beat the Chiefs. There's no way in hell they should lose to Seahawks at home, right? So I think right here is an easy pick. Lions are going to start the year 2-0.
Bring it home to the Motor City, baby. What could have been a great matchup if Cooper Kupp was playing 49ers at the Rams. I'm taking 49ers 10 times out of 10 here.
Me too. I will say, though, I think this game has a little bit of potential to get a little hairy. With the way the Rams played last week, they looked really good. They had 2 receivers go for over 100 yards. If they can get the run game going, which
they can't.
I know, I highly doubt they will. There's a chance if they can, though, this game gets a little interesting. With that being said, it is in L.A.
I mean, but the Rams cannot stop the run. I think Christian McCaffrey has a big game on the ground here.
Yeah.
And that just opens up all the receivers for the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to take this game about 35-38 to, like, 24.
Oh, I thought you were saying 38-35.
No, like the 49ers are going to score 35 to 38 points and the Rams around 24.
That's a lot of points for the Rams against that defense. I think if it's going to be a close game, it'll be like a 21-17 type of game. Giants at Cardinals. What a disappointing start for the New York Giants last week.
As many people mistakenly said, these are not my Giants.
It sounds like they're your Giants
They're just
last week.
Fuck the Cowboys. That's what it came down to last week.
Yeah.
And this is a shit bowl. Giants versus Cardinals.
This is a shit bowl.
Especially after what just happened with Daniel Jones and them boys. However, Daniel Jones and them boys bounce back versus the Cardinals, and they're going to blow them out. I think they have a big offensive game here because they have to, or their year's essentially over after week 2.
Why am I tempted to take the Cardinals here?
Josh Dobbs looked good.
Why am I tempted to take the
Joshua
Cardinals?
Dobbs had a day.
On the road? I can't do it. Giants are going to win this game. I predicted last week the Cardinals are the shittiest team.
No, Cardinals at home.
Oh, fuck. Listen, I'm taking the Giants. This shouldn't even be a conversation. I'm in my own head. Giants should mollywop this team.
Yeah, but
Jets at Cowboys, a battle of 2 1-0 teams. No Aaron Rodgers. It's incredibly unfortunate.
yeah, it would have been a good game if A-Rod was under center.
Yeah, what a great game.
But, man, that Cowboys defense really came to play. Like, they are going to smother Zach Wilson. I could see anywhere from 2 to 4 picks.
I think that's the big thing here is what that Cowboys defense is going to do to Zach Wilson.
Right. It doesn't even matter because the Jets defense is probably going to torment Dak Prescott all night.
Yeah, it's going to be a low-scoring game.
But I think the Cowboys easily take it. I think they could even hold the Jets to below 10 points this week.
Yeah, I like that a lot. If Aaron Rodgers was under center in this game, I would honestly take the Jets.
I would too.
But he's not, so that being said, I'm going to take the Cowboys.
Anthony Papa. Your Denver Broncos are starting 0-2 as I'm taking the Commanders
Whoa.
to beat the Broncos at home.
Whoa.
Commanders are a sneaky team and they get it done. Russell Wilson is such a fraud, dude.
Oh my God.
The Commanders are coming in. Sam Howell is going to sling the rock. Sling the pill.
So last week in our last episode, I said I'm taking the Broncos to lose out every single game this year. But given that you just picked the Commanders, this is a huge chance for me to pick up a game. I have to go with my Denver Broncos. This is the start of our season. Forget last week. It never happened. We're ending this year 16-1, and it starts with the Commanders this week. Dolphins at Patriots. Last week, the Patriots had a pretty surprising performance against the Eagles. What do you think about this game?
A lot of upside for both teams here. That Patriots defense is going to do its best to hold this Dolphins offense at bay, but that Dolphins defense sucks. There is upside for these Patriots to score a good amount, though I'm not buying into it too much. I'm taking the Dolphins here. Ant, what do you think?
With how the Patriots defense played last week against one of the best offenses in the league, I'm very interested to see what they can do against the Dolphins this week. That Dolphins offense is so fast. I don't care how good anybody's defense is. I'm picking the Dolphins to win that game.
Yeah, I think the Patriots can surprise a lot of people and keep this game extremely close. I think it ends in a one-possession game. 2 big teams for you, Ant. You love the Panthers and Bryce Young.
2 teams I was high on.
Bryce Young is his guy. Will he take him versus the Saints this week?
I was high on both these teams. After 1 week, I am now not so high on either of these teams. But I am a lot higher on the Saints than I am on the Panthers. Unfortunately, Bryce Young did not look like the guy I thought he would look like last week. The Saints also looked pretty stagnant on offense, but I still think they're a way better team and a way better defense than the Panthers. I'm taking the Saints.
Bryce Young is exactly the guy who I thought he would be.
Wow.
A shit bum.
Whoa.
And that's why I'm headed with the Saints as well. The Saints are going to defend them to death. They could honestly hold the Panthers below 17 points pretty easily here. Saints are just going to walk in and destroy this team. Browns at Steelers. Great matchup. You walk into this Steelers defense, they're angry, and they're ready to do something in return.
They are. I'm taking the Steelers.
Wow.
I'm doing it. I think that defense might give Deshaun Watson a long night. I think it's going to be another defensive game here, just like the Jets and the Cowboys. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to pick the Steelers here because of that offense and just how much they lack any kind of firepower. But I love their defense. And I'm not impressed with how the Browns looked on offense last week.
I agree the Browns' offense wasn't wowing me. But I'm taking the Browns easily over Kenny Smallhands.
It's in Pitt.
It is... you act like I care here.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson doesn't give a shit where he's playing. He doesn't give a shit what he does on or off the field.
That's the truth.
The Browns are walking in there. They're going to get the receivers way more involved this week, and Nick Chubb is going to do Nick Chubb things and rush for over 100 yards and probably have a touchdown.
Kurt, the camera wasn't rolling. Say that again.
Ant's the champ.
Ant is the champ. And in today's quiz, I will be defending my belt. The Game On Podcast Championship is on the line.
This guy needs to be put in his place. He's been talking about this all week.
Getting smoked.
I've had enough of it, and it's time for me to put him in his place and win this quiz.
So today's quiz is an all-sports nickname quiz. Shout out to Cade for putting this list again together for us.
Yeah, shout out, Cade.
Kurt,
you know what the rules are.
let's get into it.
You guys ready? Alrighty. Question 1. Megatron. This is a gimme.
This is up my
I don't
alley.
know. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Calvin Johnstein.
Both correct.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hot start for the low.
Alright, you ready for question 2?
Absolutely.
The truth. The truth.
The truth.
Oh, I know this one.
I think I know,
I know
it.
this
I
one.
should know it.
Ant, if you're ready to flip, go.
It's a Celtic player, right? It is.
It is.
Paul Pierce.
Yes.
Mr. Shit his pants in a wheelchair.
Yep.
If I got that wrong as a Celtics fan, GG.
He's a bandwagon Celtics fan.
Chill.
Don't be put in any type of way. He used to be a Bulls fan for about half a year, and then quickly switched to the Celtics.
I'm all about my C's. Just gonna nudge this belt over here because we all know who it's going to. So I'm gonna bring. That's my championship right now, son. Get your hands off my belt.
Let's put it back in the middle, because
I'll put it back in the middle. The champion dictates what happens at this table.
let's go to the next question.
Question 3. Prime time.
Whoa, flippage already?
I mean,
Dion.
Dion.
Cade's giving us some handouts here.
We needed it after last week.
Yeah, he saw last week's performance out of the two of us and said, all right, let's get it going.
This one is up Ant's alley.
Talk to me, baby.
The spider.
What the
He's
fuck
not gonna get that.
does that even mean?
Wow. Kate told me this was an easy one, and it's not that easy.
Cade, you're a bitch for this. Why MMA? Why are we throwing MMA nicknames in there? As if, like,
It's a sport. What do you
anybody
mean?
would know MMA nicknames.
Oh,
but
come
Ant.
on.
The,
You gotta put down something.
the Spider.
Gotta put down something.
I feel like we should give him a hint.
Well, John Jones is Bones Jones.
Yup.
Izzy's Style Bender.
Yup.
The Spider? It's gotta be
I'm gonna
like
give
a
you a hint.
wrestler.
I'm gonna give you a
It
hint.
might be his arch nemesis, John Jones' arch nemesis, Daniel Cormier. That's the only thing I can think of. But, like, he's, like, fat, so he's not really a spider.
You want a hint? He's kind of similar.
To Israel Adesanya?
Yeah.
I guess you could say
I just gave it away.
But, like,
I just gave it away.
I
If
don't
you don't
know.
get it after that, well.
We need an answer.
Now. 5, 4.
all right, let me
It's
fucking
been
figure this
2
the fuck out.
minutes.
Let's go.
He's writing an answer. We love to see it. Never thought I'd see the damn day. Anderson, the Spider Silva. Who did you put down?
Chuck Liddell.
Ant is correct.
Chuck
Wait, what
Liddell.
is Chuck Liddell's?
The Iceman.
All right, another gimme. You guys are not fans. The polar bear.
I think I have it. I'm like 90% sure. Never can be too sure.
Too easy with it when it's not MMA.
Pete Alonso.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Question 6, Curtis.
Question 6. This is tough.
Oh, yeah.
String bean slinger.
What? What?
That's just not a nickname, bro. That's just a catchphrase.
What?
String bean slinger. I think I might know this.
No shot. From our era? Anybody?
All right, no more hints here.
He just got hella hints, bro. He just got hella hints on the last question.
This is like the only guy I could think of that fits this description here.
So he's got to be skinny.
No.
Okay, this is wrong, but like he's the only skinny reliever I can think of right now.
We'll go with Ant to flip.
I hope I got this right, dude.
I didn't get it right. Josh Hader.
Logan?
I didn't even think of him, but like
Just
this
skinny.
fits the mold better. Give me
Logan.
Carl Edwards Jr., baby.
Wow.
Carl Edwards Jr., friend of Kyle Ramundi. I actually played against Carl Edwards Jr. in MLB The Show with my boy Kyle on an away trip 2 years ago.
Does Carl Edwards play right now?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
All right, so we're tied now, right?
Tied at 5.
Yeah. Wow.
Question 7. Another gimme. Boom stick.
Boomstick. I know this.
I don't. Oh no.
It's technically NC boomstick, if that helps you
Stop, dude!
out. That's what it
NC.
really is.
Why are we didn't need a hint.
That's not a hint, though. That's part of the...
Nick Castellanos.
Oh, you're an idiot.
You're
He
way
said
off.
NC.
Nelson Cruz.
That's your guy, too. Nick Castellanos clutches up for me.
There's a high fly ball by Nicholas Castellanos.
High fly ball.
Damn, I'm
Wow.
down.
You sold there. I
Dude,
thought Kurt gave
the
it
baseball
away.
ones are stumping me. OD.
See, this is my alley, guys. For the ones of you wondering why some of my football expertise on that last quiz might have missed.
You suck.
This is where I excel.
Honey Badger.
Oh, he got it? Damn, I didn't think he was going to get it. You were quick with it. You must have
He
it.
was quick.
Give me Tyrann Mathieu.
Both correct.
Nice job.
Thanks, man.
You were quick on that.
Thank you.
That surprised me.
Question 9. Gravedigger.
This is like a wrestler.
Sounds like The Undertaker or something, right?
Is it not a wrestler? It might be a football
Do we
player.
need the sport?
No. Like, it
Nah.
might be a football player.
You think you got it?
If I got it, it's a hell of a pull. Like a hell of a pull if I got it.
You're locked in with your answer?
This answer I have locked. I'm not like 100% sure on.
But, like,
it,
if I start speaking my mindset right now, you're going to change your answer?
my cap is on.
Okay,
Answer cannot be changed.
I'm thinking D end here. I'm thinking like a Nick Bosa type. I might be going Nick Bosa. I'm going Nick Bosa here.
I went Kendall Graveman.
Both wrong.
Damn.
Good guess. It's a very good guess.
Right?
Yeah.
Javon Hargrave.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
Fuck that.
Kendall Graveman just made sense.
Yeah, I mean
That
that
makes
it's a
a lot
good
of sense.
play on words. I could see it working.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, still 7-6.
Indeed, it
Question
is.
10. Time Lord.
Oh, I know this one.
Wow,
Really?
that hit quick.
Shout out Kenny Beecham.
Is Kenny Beecham a football player?
I don't know who Kenny Beecham is.
Me neither.
I already gave you enough of the hint. Shout out Kenny Beecham.
I don't know who Kenny Beecham is.
Shout out our short kings.
Wow. Yeah, you can flip first.
Michael Phelps.
What the fuck?
No.
Robin Williams III.
Robin Williams, the actor?
Robert Williams.
Robert Williams.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
That is
That's
wrong.
wrong.
It is Robert
Robert
Why did I
Williams.
put Robin?
The Celtics player?
Yes.
Oh my god, you fumbled that so hard.
That's 2 times.
Wow.
What was it? AFC.
Oh yeah.
AFC South instead of NFC South.
This kid is not locked in.
What?
That was a free point right there.
Yeah, that's big. Imagine he loses by 1 now. As a Celtics fan, I should have known that.
That's why I said you can't give him a fucking hint.
That's tough.
You're so bad.
Question 11. The Cuban rocket.
Oh
This-
my god.
but this can kind of trick your brain a little bit.
I know this. Like, I've heard of it.
Should I give a hint to both of you?
I'm just willing to flip.
Yeah.
It's
wanna
not Araldus.
No.
I want to start by saying I don't even know if this guy is from Cuba.
Okay.
You flip first. I flipped first last time.
Brewstar Gratterall.
No.
I don't.
Wrong.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Randy Arozarena.
Is Ellie Cuban at least? No?
No, he's Dominican.
The Slim Reaper.
Right? Ready to flip?
I think I know Ant's answer.
Kevin Durant. Easy money sniper.
KD.
Easy money sniper is definitely more of his nickname.
I agree.
Needed that point.
So this is as a #1 Broncos fan, what it says in front of your little setup there.
That's right.
It's a former Bronco.
Oh, really?
At a point in time. Pac-Man.
You're not going to get this one. Don't even try. I know you. There's no shot.
Usually when you say it, the last name's after it.
You might as well just put a question mark on your board because you're not going to get it. I promise you. Like, save us time. You're not getting this.
I'm thinking between two people.
I have to go to practice.
It's either Justin Simmons or it's the cornerback that also played for the Patriots. It's that guy. I don't fucking know his name.
Well, he said former Bronco, so it can't be
Yes,
Justin
not
Simmons. Because Justin Simmons is a current Bronco.
Well, that's why I'm not even talking about him.
You just said Justin Simmons. You're thinking of Aqib Talib, who it's not. You're not going to get it.
Pac-Man.
We got a tie score at 8, folks. Flip.
Flip.
I think it's a defensive player, but I wouldn't have guessed anyone. Demarius Thomas.
R.I.P. to go. You were on the right path of cornerback. Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Uh-huh. You've never heard
Why
Pac-Man
are we
Jones?
making questions that are all up Ant's alley?
Bro.
You've never heard Pac-Man
Bro.
Jones?
He
No.
was on the Broncos for a year. That's not even my alley. He was like a career-long Bengal.
This isn't up his alley?
He was a Pro Bowler, too.
That was a Bengal, really, question.
Yeah.
Question 14.
That's unbelievable.
It's a gimme. Dr. J.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
I don't know basketball like that. I don't know
This
basketball
quite
like
possibly could be the biggest fumble of all time.
that. Dr. J? This is not even basketball?
How is he slumped?
Because he doesn't know ball. He's had 4 gimmies,
Please.
and he's still not in the lead. He's had 4 questions of his favorite team in sport, and he is not in the lead.
Wait, so this is a football one?
Oh no. Please, comments. Please tag at Anthony Pop.
Somebody save this guy.
We need your help, comments.
Dr. J.
Oh no.
This is so bad.
My brain is so slow right
This is-
now.
This isn't
This is
even
a reel in itself.
right. This is not like you just don't know this sport. This is an all-time nickname.
I just woke up from
that-
a nap.
This is an all-time nickname that everybody that doesn't even watch this sport knows.
I just woke up from a nap. My brain is fried. Jay-Z.
Oh. Oh.
Julius.
Yes. Oh.
Swervin' Irvin.
Oh my god.
You didn't know that? Do you know that after hearing the name?
That's so bad.
Yeah.
On to the wager. What's the score?
9-8.
9-8.
9-8. So this is a make or break.
Yeah.
Whoever gets this wins.
Put down your wager now in advance.
You ready?
Go ahead.
The red rifle.
The red rifle. Caps on. This quiz was just... My brain was so fried this whole entire time. I don't deserve to win this, honestly. Whatever.
The champ looks okay with losing. Ready to flip?
Ooh, I might have nailed this. Last second,
I
I
have like
might
a
have
25%
actually
chance.
nailed this.
Alright, the belt's on the line.
Let's see how much you wagered.
I wagered all my fucking points.
Actually,
Screw it. Screw it. How much did you wager?
I wagered 7 points.
Yeah, I figured.
I'd say let's flip at the same time.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Andy Dalton.
I said flip at the same time.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton.
No.
Andy Dalton.
Let's go.
The
So we
Bengals
wait. We tie.
Nope. I win. I double 7 points.
Wait. No.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Math calculation error.
So I have 16. You also have 16. You had 9. 9 plus 7, 16. I retain in a draw.
Overtime.
Overtime.
Question 1 of overtime. Now, how does this work? Are we wagering points?
There's no points to
Yeah.
It's just the first person to get it right on the board.
So whoever gets on the board first, we're doing it that way?
No.
Oh.
We flip, and if we both get it right, and then we go to the next question.
Okay.
The glove.
That's up his alley.
How is that up my
Talking
alley?
about up Ant's alley. The glove. All right. If it's not a glove in baseball, it's got to be a glove in
Give me the
golf.
fucking belt. You don't deserve this.
Who is it?
Gary Payton.
You don't deserve
I don't
this.
even know who that is, bro.
After a great performance by me, I take what is rightfully mine. Anthony has to wait another week to try to earn back the belt
Fraudulent win.
that belongs to me.
Fraudulent win.
We now go 1-1 all time. The belt goes to the man that knows ball.
We're doing our week 1 power rankings. We're both going to list our top 10. I want to start off by saying a team that's not in my top 10 is the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, they didn't make mine either,
And I'm
actually.
shocked I'm saying that. But there's so much going on in Buffalo right now with Josh Allen turning the football over and now Stephon Diggs apparently being a huge diva behind the scenes.
Yeah, and for me, it's who else is in the AFC, which is sort of kicking them out of the top 10 for this week. They'll be back in it once they start winning games, but I don't think they deserve it.
AFC is stacked.
Yeah, I don't think they deserve it this week.
All right, who do you have at 10?
At my 10, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Give me Trevor Lawrence and the guys. I think they had a decent week. I think they started about 10 to 12 range in the power rankings before the year started anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like they
It's an
didn't
accurate
do
spot.
anything to bump me up to the 7 range. They didn't do anything to fall out. They won the game they needed to win.
At my 10, I have the Bengals,
Okay.
which is crazy. I feel like I was going to put them a lot higher. And in my heart, I know they're much better than number 10, but given how they played last week, I have no choice to put them at 10. I almost didn't even put them in my top 10 with how they looked last week.
At 9, who do you got?
So I went with the team that beat the Bengals just because if I was going to have the Bengals in there, I had to put the team that beat them.
Okay.
Again, not impressed with the Browns, really. I don't like them at number 9, but like I said, the Bengals are on my list. They have to be on there too.
Yeah, at my 9 spot, I have the Chargers.
Okay.
They lost. They looked good in a loss, as good as you could look, giving up, 35 points?
Yeah, their defense always fails them.
Yeah,
year
it's
after year.
always really bad, and they always end up choking late in the year. But they're still, in my book, better than the Jaguars right now.
Speaking of the Jags, that's who I have at my number 8. I might have put them a little high,
And that's all right.
but I can't put them behind the Bengals with how the Bengals played. I was going to give this spot to the Bengals, but I was impressed with the Jags. ETN had a great game. Calvin Ridley went insane. Trevor Lawrence took care of the football. I like them a lot this year.
Yeah, my 8, I might irk some people the wrong way. I have the Dallas Cowboys at 8. They played They played the New York Giants. You don't have a defensive game like that more than once every fucking 3 years.
They smothered them, though.
That was unbelievable by their
At
defense.
MetLife, too.
Very good for them. Here's your pity clap. But they're still the Dallas Cowboys. They will never do anything. They will win their regular season games and fail every single year. It's never your year. Dak Prescott's not your guy. You guys don't even deserve to be like a top 10 team, but you are. There's your spot. That's all you're getting out of me. That's it.
Number 7. I have the Detroit Lions.
That's way too fucking low. 7?
Bro, it's because the teams I have ahead of them.
That's so
The
bad.
Lions are a great team.
That's so bad.
And they're proving me wrong. I'm giving them their flowers. They're proving me wrong, but they're not good enough to be any higher on my list. Tell me why I'm wrong. I want to hear why I'm wrong.
1, they beat the reigning Super Bowl champions. Number 2,
Fluke win.
they have now put together at least 10 games in a row of being a top 3 offense in the league. Number 3, their defense held the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, no matter what the weapons were,
No.
under 28 points.
That wasn't an accurate representation of who the Chiefs were.
I don't
night.
care who the Chiefs were. You're telling me Patrick Mahomes can't do anything with anybody. I would see Brady.
Oh, he tried. Kadarius Toney has bricks for hands.
That's fine, and they failed to execute their game plan. They failed to do it. The Lions deserve to be way higher. 7 on any list is so bad. At my 7, I have the Browns.
That's high. That is high.
I'm high on the Browns. I'm high on the Browns every year until they let me down.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't let me down yet. Once they let me down, they'll probably fall very far. But they beat a very good team, and they made an embarrassment out of Joe Burrow.
That game was just so sketch with the weather conditions.
Yeah, I mean, it could be fluky.
Yeah.
It probably
Much
is.
like the Lions.
But you beat one of the top 2 teams in the league. You got to be somewhere.
That's fair. That's why they're on my list
Right.
too, ultimately.
At my 6, the people they beat, the Bengals. You lose a game like that, it's just like, bro, it happened. They're not. I mean, I would have had them top 3 to begin.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Me too.
yeah, they lost a shitty game. Move them down 3 spots. I can't be like, yo, they're the 10th best team, because everybody knows at the end of the year they're still going to be top 3.
Yeah, but we're not at the end of the year. This is week 1 to week 2.
And if they lose another game, that's when I could put them in the 10 to 12 range. But until they lose a second game, that loss is just a loss.
For me, it's just hard for the Browns to be behind the Bengals after they just beat them. Beat them bad too.
Yeah, but like at the same time, if they were to play,
I
back-to-back weeks in
I
some
get your
fantasy
thought process,
world,
for sure.
they're still winning this week.
My 6, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Low high, low. I'm not sure. I don't know how to feel about this team. That's why I put them right in the middle. They looked great to start the game against the Patriots, and then as the game went on, they almost choked. They almost lost. I have no idea how to feel about this team. They're at my 6.
I'm going to put it this way. That's interesting for a team to win and drop down 5 spots.
Okay. They looked
bad
against a bad team.
They were probably the consensus number 1 opening the year.
Not in my opinion.
All right,
Not
well,
in my opinion.
between them and the 49ers
And the Chiefs.
and the Chiefs, to fall to 6 after winning, that's crazy. At my number 5, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. They lost. They don't look good in terms of offense until they get weapons back and win games, because they could start this year 0-2.
Yeah.
Like, we're entering scary territories for the Chiefs.
At my 5, I also have the Chiefs. Would you look at that? They're lacking, aside from Travis Kelce, that big wide receiver threat. Much like my Denver Broncos, we don't have a huge receiving threat. And watching that Kansas City game against the Detroit Lions last week, that's how I felt about the Chiefs. Outside of Travis Kelce, they really don't have any pass catchers. I'm looking for Rice to step up and be that guy, the rookie they drafted. I think he has potential. But I think 5 is a fair spot after that week 1 game.
I think it hits the spot. Now, for all you people probably waiting for me to say the Lions are at number 1,
I was waiting for that. Sure as hell was waiting for that.
Lions are at my number 4.
Okay.
Preseason, I would have probably ranked them around 8 to 10, 8 to 12. They're proving everything I liked about them to be correct. That's why I'm being super aggressive with this ranking this week.
It's not that aggressive. You love the Lions.
Yeah.
We get it. They played great against
They
a great
beat
team.
the team to beat.
Yes.
I'm proud of them. They deserve to be at 4.
At my number 4, this is hard for me to say, bro. I'm putting the Cowboys number 4, top 5 in the league. Can you believe that? It's coming from a Cowboys hater. It's just hard to not rank them that high when they went on the road in a bad weather game and absolutely destroyed what was a playoff team last year. It's hard not to put them top 5 for me.
3, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. They won their game. Wasn't pretty, which is why I dropped them a spot into the 3. They're still one of the most complete teams with one of the scariest offenses when it's clicking, and the D-line just gets better. Carter was absolutely winning every snap he played. It kills me the Lions did not take him in the draft. I texted him right away. I'm like, what are we doing? But the Eagles are still right up there.
Yeah, that's fair. At my number 3, I have the Dolphins. It's kind of high given they gave up 34 points, but that offense just looked so good. They're without a doubt the number one offense in the league. So with that being said, I think that puts them at a deserving number 3.
Yeah, and they're at your number 3. They make my 2.
Really?
I
Wow.
said earlier in our buy or sells, they aren't going to be Super Bowl contenders with Tua. Bro, my mind might have been changed after one singular week.
That defense is just so sus.
It's so bad, which is what supports my original claim.
Yeah.
But that offense is going to win you so many regular season games, which
100%.
is what they're built for.
It might win them the division with seeing how the Bills played and now that
Right.
Aaron Rodgers went down. The Dolphins are probably the new favorite in the East.
I think they're the class of the East.
At my number 2, I have the team I've been very high on without a doubt the whole year, San Francisco 49ers at 2. A little surprising they're not at number 1, right? You just wait till you see what I have cooking up.
Don't even.
Who's your number 1?
Don't
Who's your
even
number
run.
1? Let's just get on with the show. The 49ers are great. We don't have to talk about it. They're at my number 2.
At number 1, I have Brock Purdy in the 49ers. The defense
That's fair.
is the best in the league.
Yes.
But right now, I'm more concerned about where the hell Anthony's going with his number 1 pick. Ant, take the floor.
At my number 1, I have the New York Jets.
What
Let
are
me
you
explain.
talking
Let me
about?
explain my thought process. Number 1, that defense looked like the best defense in the league. And you want to know why? The biggest reason they're at my number 1 this week? It is rumored that Colin Kaepernick could be the next quarterback of the New York Jets.
I'm all in.
With that man at quarterback, with that defense behind him, the New York Jets are about as unstoppable as it ever gets.
Colin Kaepernick has been waiting for this chance. Jets, Robert Saleh, what are you doing?
Sign the man.
Get him in camp.
Zach Wilson's not going to get it done. Colin Kaepernick is the answer.
He's a dual threat. He's a Super Bowl contending quarterback.
And he has an afro.
Colin Kaepernick and the Jets take the number 1 spot.